everyone, my name is Naveen Agrawal, and today in my Oracle Apex channel, I'm going to discuss about collections. So basically, these are the topics that we are going to discuss today. What is a collection? Overview and benefits of a collection, creating a collection, adding members in a collection, selecting data from collection, and the collection APIs. And in the last, we will going to run some of the scripts to create and adding members in a collection. So basically, what is a collection? Collection enables you to temporarily capture one or more non-scalar values. You can use collection to store rows and columns currently in the session state so that they can be accessed, manipulated, or processed during a user-specific session. You can think of a collection as a bucket in which you temporarily store rows of information. So basically, this is nothing but the temporary storage area where you are going to store your values data so that you can further manipulate them or you can do some processing on them. So you might be aware of the temporary tables that we normally use in the PL SQL. So on the similar lines in Oracle Apex, we have collections. They are also the temporary tables for which in which we are going to store the values for a temporary time, and then later on we can use them. So basically, you need to use them when you have to store the unknown number of values, and you want that your data should persist across various page views, right? So if suppose you have inserted data from first page and you want to access that data from your last page, then you just put that data in the collection from the first page, and from the last page you can access that data like this. And data only to be specific to a single session, because this is a collections are session specific. So whatever data you store, they are only persistent till that session. So what are the benefits of having collection? Data persistent across page views, maintained as session level, so they are secure. No extra DDL objects needed in the schema, maintained by the Apex engine, maintained in Apex underscore XXX schema and tables, referenced using Apex underscore collections views. Now the command how to create a collection. So basically, whenever you are going to create a collection, there are certain APIs that are a part of Apex underscore collection package. You have to use them. So suppose here I am creating one collection with the name data underscore collection. So before running this command create underscore collection, I want to check whether this particular collection exists in my session or not. For this one, there is a API. Its name is collection underscore access. So I need to check. I need to run this API first on that collection name, and if that collection does not exist, then I will execute create underscore collection. So in a simple if loop, I'm going to check first, and then if everything is fine, then I'm going to create using create underscore collection like this. So this is a command for creating a collection. And then adding a member in a collection, that means adding a row, a new row in the collection. So there is a API called add underscore member. There you need to pass first of all the collection name in which you are going to insert the values, then the name, then the several other parameters. C001, 002, these are the name of the collection columns basically. So in this particular case, in the first column, I'm inserting value 2. In the second column, I'm inserting value like this one, and the third column like this. So in this case, there are 50 columns that are assigned for the varchar2 values, and 5 columns are assigned for the numeric values like this, that we are going to see in the practical section. So basically, this is the command for inserting the values in a collection. And now after inserting the values, how you can check the value? So basically, Apex underscore collections, this is a view. This is a view which contains all the collections, and if you have to check the data in your collection, then you have to pass on your collection name in the where clause, where collection name equals to the name of your collection, then it will display you the entire data. So apart from these APIs, there are lots of other APIs also that you can use while working with the collections, like collection exists, add members that we have seen, collection has changed, collection member count, collection truncate, create collection, create or truncate collection, create a collection from a query. Just now we have seen creating a collection using static values. But if you want to create a collection from a query, means the data that is there already in the database table, then you can use create underscore collection from underscore query like this. Similarly, delete a collection, delete a member, delete members, update members, sort members like this. So there are various APIs that are already present, so you can make use of them. Now let's go to the actual SQL workshop, and there we are going to run this commands. So this is my SQL workshop from Oracle Apex. So if I try to run this command, select star from Oracle from Apex underscore collection, where collection name is data collection. So if I try to run this command, then it will give me no data found. That means there is no collection has been created, is present in the data in the session with this name, right? Because I have not created it yet. Now I'm going to create this one, and this is the same command where I'm going to check the collection first, and if not, then I'm going to create this collection. I'm going to run this command. So it says statement process. That means our collection has been created. Now I'm going to add one member in this collection. The same command. Okay, statement process, that means the member has been added, the data has been added. Now I'm going to run this command again, checking the value of the collection. Now if you see, one row has been added in the collection. This is the entire view, and the name of our collection is data underscore collection, and sequence ID it generates automatically. These are the number of columns C001, 002, 003 like this. So if you see here up till C050, that means 50 columns are assigned for the correct bracket 2 values, one column for C log value, one for B log, one for XML type, and then 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the numeric values, and 5 for the date values like this. So that means this is the entire structure of an Oracle Apex collection. So, and we have inserted only values till 5 columns. So we can now, wherever you use this collection name data underscore collection, you will get these values, right? So it's up to you how many values you are going to store, in how many columns you are going to store the values. It's up to your requirement. So now this is the creating a value. Now I am going to remove the value, remove the collection. So this is the command. This is the API for removing the collection. Delete underscore collection, collection underscore data underscore collection. Then run this. Okay. So that collection has been removed. Now if I try to run this again, so there is no data found. That means that collection has been removed from our session. So that's this is just a summary, small summary of Oracle Apex collection. So if you are going to learn more about Oracle Apex or on the same collections, if you want to learn more, or if you want to have any doubts in this one, then you can post your queries, or you can if you want to learn more about the Oracle Apex training sessions, then you can post your information over there in my this particular email ID or the phone number. Okay, thank you.